Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another segment of Asaph Cafe. I really love this show, and I'm very humbled to have the people who help support this show as far as being part of it. And on my immediate left, we have once again our hostess, Patty Reed.
Hello.
She's our veteran guest and hostess, and she's
Hostess
been on this.
with the hostess.
She's been on this program more than anyone since the day I first started doing it. And of course, our mascot Pee Wee, which she can be seen now this time.
And munching on lots of treats. She loves them treats.
And we have Linda Brooks Curtis, who's a regular here, and we're on our Lawrence Welk set.
And he's a guy with two redheads on one couch. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So, Linda, thanks for this little treat here. So I'll be sipping that as we're doing this show.
It's a shot in the dark.
Yes, it's
one
called
shot of
in the Dark.
espresso in regular coffee.
And we can open this program with a song called Shot in the Dark. It's been a while since I've done it, so I don't know if I can remember it. Let's see.
Is that rock we're talking?
Shot in the Dark, the song of the Pink Panther.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Ozzy Osbourne. Shot in the dark.
That one.
Oh, I remember this. They played this when the villain was going to go behind the doors and try to get the Pink Panther. The dark side of the Pink Panther. Yeah, until I seen the movie of the Pink Panther, I didn't know it had to do with a certain diamond from the Middle East.
It's called Shot in the Dark is the name of the song.
So it was out before Ozzy Osbourne's.
Probably.
Almost sounds like the plumber that came and fixed my hot water heater, being very sneaky within 20 minutes to put the wrong hot water heater in and then sneak away, leaving me with problems with my water pipes.
And that is called Shot in the Dark from the movie with Peter Sellers.
But you know, the plumber did it during the day and the afternoon, not in the dark.
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what movie you're looking at.
Same difference.
This was reality
You don't
TV.
have electricity, you know.
Uh-huh.
It was reality TV, believe me. I just missed the filming crew.
You know, these keys are still sticking there. I'm going to have to tell Joel, have a look at this here. And see.
He might have to take a rag and go in between each key.
Well, you know, they had that children's camp here recently, too, so I think that that might have had something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, what could
You know,
be?
with everybody playing it, and, you know,
Little
these things
sticky
only last for
fingers.
so long. So, you know, they only last so long.
Drinks do have gravity pull. Are you done, Peter?
I'm going to do that over. I did
A
not
shot
like
in
way I
the
did
dark
that.
and painted black.
Yes.
Is that the mood we're in today?
So it seems like it.
That's because the weather's changing now, getting a little bit colder. Time to find a winter vacation somewhere.
Boy, that note is really sticking there. I can't get it to go. But that's the fun thing about the cafe. Sometimes things go wrong, and we just wing it.
You know, if you
fun.
had ever seen the TV show on PBS, The Glove Trekker, then you'd know the theme song, then maybe you could play that. That way, because it helps a lot in the wintertime to watch travel shows. Because you get cabin fever, and you really just want to escape sometimes the, you know, the dormancy and all that.
Okay, let's try this again.
Where's your song, sweetheart?
She's like, Song? She's in a trance that she ate all that food. You got a little tummy? Do you have a little tummy, Pee-wee? Is this your song, Pee-wee? It is your song. Pee-wee was running to get here. She
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
wait to
her.
start.
That's one of her songs. That and How Much Is That Dog in the Window? And these notes are really sticking up here, so I don't know how much physical playing I'm going to be able to do today, but did you hear it a while ago?
Yeah.
How those notes were clashing like that? Let me try it again.
Yeah, you'll probably have to press a little
See,
bit
did you
harder.
hear that?
You're gonna have to press a little bit harder.
It's not that. It's just when I press this note, the other one next to it goes down at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is separate these notes and
Too bad I didn't bring a handy wipe.
see if I can get it to work. Yeah.
If I would have had a handy wipe, we could have went in between like a shoe shining situation.
Well, I think it's more the mechanics on the inside of the instrument. There it goes.
Asaph.
You want to try this?
Okay, hold on.
I'll set it right here. Get
That's
her nose.
Pee
Pick her
Wee's
nose.
song.
Pick Linda's nose. She knows how to get kisses on the nose. She knows the nose. Pee-wee's motor. She's trying to find the right seat to sit her.
Yes, it is a wonderful
She
world.
thinks to herself,
I know it's sticking.
what a wonderful doggy world. Ow. She's looking at the dogs, taking a scratch on the wall, walking here and there, under every single tree, and she thinks to herself,
Boy, that note is really sticking.
what a wonderful doggy world.
I'm gonna have to make that a short
See,
version.
that's what I was thinking. You could.
Yeah,
put
I
the
tried to
blade in
get
there.
that. Tried to get in between there.
We just rewrote the song lyrics. Doggy world.
Well, just drink some of that espresso and you won't even notice that
I
the
did. I
keys are
took a little
sticking.
sippy here. Yeah. Well,
Boy, I gave those little birds. I have sparrows and warbles, and they love to play in the trees out by my place. And so there's certain bird food that you can actually cut off chunks, and I put that on top of the regular bird seed. Gave them so much energy, they didn't even worry if it was cold outside. They were too busy flying around and going after the magpies so they won't come over and eat their food. It was pretty comical. Fast, they were flying as fast as a hummingbird. It's amazing what 97 cents will do.
And winging. No, I never saw them at all till there was you. And there was music, and there was wonderful.
I don't know if this is your key.
They tell me it's sweet fragrant meadows of dawn and dew. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you.
Till there was you. Very good, Shirley. Shirley Jones.
Well, my Shirley Jones voice isn't.
Yeah, you'll be the Shirley Jones.
I've heard of that song,
our
but I
show.
didn't know the name of
I
it.
met
called
Shirley
Till There Was You.
Jones up in Big Bear.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You know, I spent the morning with Linda this morning. She let me go to her home and practice the piano because I hadn't had a chance to really practice lately.
Mhm.
So I showed up about 8 this morning and I played up till about noon, just practicing and practicing.
You're going to be in between writer's cramps and piano's cramps.
No, I need that practice time. So Linda did me a favor, and we were talking. She showed me some pictures that she had of some of the stars that she was really hobnobbing with, I call it. You want to tell some of the people you took them pictures?
Oh well, I had pictures taken with them, but I wasn't necessarily hobnobbing.
I know. I'm just
In
saying
fact,
it for the sake of
You
the show.
saw that
You weren't
picture
really a
with,
groupie.
with Mac Davis. He made it look as if, boy, we were hot and heavy or something.
You remember Mac
It was
Davis,
just a
don't you?
picture.
The singer.
I
Well,
had my-
he literally took a picture with Linda with no T-shirt on, showing off his broad chest.
Oh, there we are. This manhood.
Yes.
The
I
one,
Something I don't have.
I got my picture.
I mean, when a young lady sees me with a T-shirt on, she's like, "Ah!"
I got my picture
But Mac
taken
Davis
with
looked really
one of the
good.
drummers of the drummer of Motley Crue. I got my picture taken when they were up here in 2005. It was Pat Benatar was there, a whole group of bands, Lover Boy, Pat Benatar, Motley Crue, just all Tesla was here and stuff, and I was the air guitarist out in the audience, and so
cool.
when I made my way to take pictures, I thought they were going to charge me a fee for wanting to take a picture. And he goes, "Oh, the air guitarist with the hat, yeah, come on over here."
So
and so I made a big poster of it. Oh yeah, I made a poster of it.
That is cool.
Well, he most liked the picture.
Well, I'm
of
going to tell you. I'm going
Newhart
to.
and
Yeah, I'm going
Liberace.
to tell all the other movie stars that she
Pat
had
Benatar
taken
too. She
pictures
noticed
with.
that this woman kept hitting my shoulders, and I turned around and talked to her a couple times, told her to stop, and then finally I got tired and I pushed her, and it was like I was Moses of the audience. The people parted. Let the lady, and she was a big lady, bigger than me. She fell down, and they just closed up on top of her. I never seen her again, but it got Pat Benatar's attention. So we were mouthing words back to each other, talking.
Cool.
We had a full conversation while Vince Neil, her guitarist, was sitting there doing a solo, and we both found out she lives in Hawaii. I wanted to go there. We're both redheads, both have daughters, so it was cool. It was really cool.
Let's see if you ladies know this song. You don't know it?
I've heard of it.
It's by Beethoven.
Well, that's probably me. I know some of Beethoven's, not everything. So who are some of those other ones?
I'm going to tell you in a moment, yeah.
He wants to tell it.
No, you can tell it too, you know.
It's his moves. You were just standing on the side. You were the photographer.
That's a
out of
Beethoven
body
tune.
experience.
I was.
Well, anyway, she took
Because I'm
pictures.
in my camera girl uniform and all.
Yeah, she got to take pictures with a lot of famous people like Bob Newhart, which I thought was way cool.
Oh,
She's
cool.
up there standing next to Bob Newhart of all people. And Liberace, she was standing next
See,
to Liberace.
she gets the entertaining era.
And Joan Rivers.
And Joan Rivers when she was
Can we
younger.
talk? Can we
Yeah,
talk?
Patty, they were literally next to each other taking pictures. And
Her
who were some
favorite
of the
line, "Can we
other?
talk?"
Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett. Oh, that was a good one too.
Oh, two redheads standing together. There we are. There we are.
Together.
Just to have a laugh and sing a song. Even before it, then you know, comes the time when you have to say so long.
Yeah, she actually got to take a picture with Carol Burnett, so it was cool.
That's cool. Well, she's lucky she got in that era, because, Rodney Dangerfield and Joan Rivers had the same line, "Can we talk?" And he's going, "Let's talk," so, it's kind of like they were trading off. But I think Joan Rivers was a housewife before she became a comedian.
I think a lot of people
Well, no,
were.
I think you're mixing her up with Phyllis Diller.
Well, Phyllis Diller was a housewife,
Yeah.
and I think Roseanne was too.
Yeah, Roseanne.
Yeah.
She was a couch potato.
Well, she turned out to take the world by storm.
She-
She was so funny to me when she first came on the scene.
Well, she
Talking
did
about
good.
husbands that are fat and belch all the
Yeah,
time. It
she
was
did
funny.
good on stand-up, but I think John Goodman stole the show when it came to the Roseanne show.
Probably.
Yeah. He was the
He's a
guy
fine
that
actor.
a lot of women wanted for the homestead husband.
You know, my favorite movie of John Goodman, it may not be Academy Award winning, but it was fun. I liked him in The Flintstones, playing Fred Flintstone.
Oh yeah.
I
he was
really
good.
liked him. Did you see that movie, The Flintstones?
He made a good friend.
Yeah, he did. And that was pretty cool when, at the beginning, you remember on the cartoon how Fred
That
Flintstone...
was when Rosie O'Donnell was funny and nice.
Yeah, remember when Fred Flintstone in the cartoon would slide down the dinosaur's tail when he gets off work?
Uh-huh.
Well, in the movie, they did that scene where John Goodman is actually sliding down that dinosaur's tail. He's like, "Yabba dabba doo," and he jumps into the car.
Did you
So-
see the movie King Ralph of John Goodman?
Yeah, I did.
I did not know until I seen that movie that John Goodman knew how to play piano. I kind of thought that they did a splice, and had somebody else come there and play the piano, but that was actually him. He plays really good. He does. He's very, very, very. He's more like he plays like 50s style on the piano, 50s rock. I ever do time, we'll have a great old time. Ooh.
I don't think this piano would have let me go for that high note, so yeah. So I had
Have a
to.
great old time.
But yeah, no.
Well, that was
getting
one
back to the
advantage with my
Flintstones.
100-year-old piano, is that the keys didn't stick.
Yeah.
Of course,
yeah.
I wash them.
Well, no,
And you
no,
can't
really,
make
I
it a
appreciate
compact
that.
piano, or you could have stuck it on the bus and brought it here. We'll have to invent one.
No, it might have changed the tone anyway.
The only thing
if I
they
can
had,
do it.
so
We wouldn't want to affect the brilliant tone.
the only way I've seen a piano be portable and real easy is either when you put it on the website for a piano and you see the keys, or years ago they made a toy that was out of vinyl and plastic, and you unroll it and you put batteries in it, and then you can walk on it on the floor like the movie Big with Tom Hanks. I've actually seen that. It's in KB Toy Store. It's like, oh, it does exist.
Getting
It was
better.
just a problem. So.
I'm butchering it, so.
Well,
stop.
right now he's working on it. He's trying to have the discipline to go very, very slowly.
Yeah,
Playing it up
and
to
just
speed.
do it over and over. So Linda did me a favor
You
by
might have to
letting
pick
me.
medium sound and leave the high pitches out of it.
Well, these keys are really sticking up here.
It isn't
but-
the pitch; it's the tempo.
Well, no, when you practice, like Linda and I were talking about that this morning, and I mentioned it before. When you practice any classical piece, you do it very slow, like the minute waltz.
Yeah.
And I've demonstrated this before, and you just do it about a zillion times, something like this. See how nice it is?
It's almost as bad as me getting water, watching the water go and go and go into each container. Again and again and again.
Well, those keys are not working very well. But see how nice that is? At that
Yeah, I was
speed?
thinking because the high-pitched keys are sticking more than
Well,
the others. You
there's
might
no
have to
saying if you
try
can't
it.
play it slow, you won't be able to play it fast. So
Right.
you have to be able to do it slow. And like many people probably can't do that minute waltz at that speed,
Right.
that slow accurately, because they're always practicing fast.
Yeah.
And that's not the way to practice, trying to learn something quick.
Yeah.
So-
Just like if you're out on a job fixing
Mhm.
things, you have to take your time and do it because you're getting paid by the hour to do it anyway. So you
Yeah.
take your time, don't make mistakes, and then you won't have to take that much more time to repair what you already take care of.
This came to mind.
I know the song. When we were young, is that what it is?
Nope, not try again.
It was done by a male singer.
Oh, I don't know.
Simon and Garfunkel?
Nope.
But I'm in the right
I
era.
got you stumped finally.
When we were young, I keep hearing that lyric. When
It's
we were young.
God didn't make little green apples.
Oh,
I
no
think
wonder
his
I don't
name
know
is
that.
O.C. Smith, I think was his name.
I got the male part right.
God didn't make little green apples. And it had that distinctive beginning that went like this.
That's a peculiar title because then how come there's green apples?
I don't know. It must have some other meaning.
Well,
Maybe not in his fruit book dish.
well, he starts out the lyrics with a group of things that aren't true. I mean, it's denying, God didn't make little green apples, and it don't
Oh.
snow in Indianapolis
Yeah.
and stuff like
Now
that.
I remember the song because I've heard it, but it's been so long. Maybe they should play that song for the politicians, huh? That'd be the election song. Have it play as they all get in there and line up, Because I'm kind of insulted on the debates because they're not putting it on regular television or even public access PBS or nothing. They're putting it on channels that you have to be a cable subscriber. So I don't think that's totally right.
Well, you're not missing anything as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, getting back to what we were talking about a while ago, yeah, I finally got a song that I stumped you on after all this time.
I knew the words, but I haven't heard
I've
it in
been
a long
doing this
time.
show for over a year. It's the first time that's a song you didn't know.
Well, when I opened these boxes that I haven't seen in so long, we're talking a long time, over 10 years, and I seen my favorite CDs in there from Eric Clapton and that, I even unwrapped one of my karaoke machines and I was having karaoke right then and there. And it comes with disco lights, it's really cool.
I had
I
to
was
sell
singing to
mine.
Michael Bolton and Jeremy. It was nice.
stop right there because that upper note's not going to let me play it.
Yeah, you're going to have to path around.
I think they're going to have to look underneath here and just check the wiring and under here because this piano's been, what, used for how many years now?
How many episodes?
50 years. And speaking of 50, I know that we're taping this show in advance, but the one we did, the 50 with the mayor, that airs tonight.
Okay, cool.
That airs tonight at 5 o'clock, and then tomorrow night at 8:30.
Cool.
So that, let's see, what is today's date? The 17th. Today is the 17th, so...
Yesterday was my daughter's 26th birthday,
Well,
Olivia
for those
Brewer.
watching this show,
Happy
when they see it in
birthday,
the future, we were talking about the 17th was just today that the show with Mayor John airs. And I contacted City Hall to let them know
Oh, okay.
that the mayor's going to
Hopefully
be
his
on.
best side was showing.
Oh, it did. And it's on video on demand, too, this
Okay,
show now.
cool.
I don't know if people knew that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this program is on video on demand. And, of course, we're taping this in advance, so the mayor will have already been on. So if you see this show today, which is the 17th, you can just go video on demand and see it. And it'll say 50th.
Someday paid
Show.
per view.
Yeah, it'll say Asaph Cafe 50th show with Mayor John Ingen. And that thing's getting a lot of hits on Facebook.
Oh, that's cool.
It was posted. I mean, it's up to about 10 or 12 people that have, did the likes. I guess they must have seen it in its entirety.
What's that clerk's
It must
name?
be the mayor. So
That
that's
could
good.
be. What's the name of that clerk? Her name is Kim, the one that was arrested on the marriage license issue and all that.
Oh, down in Kentucky?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kim is her first name.
I
Is
don't
it?
know her last
Davis.
name. I
Davis.
haven't been.
Miss Davis, get a hold of Patricia Reed, please.
Oh, the odds of her getting a hold of you is pretty slim.
Anybody knows Miss Kim Davis from Kentucky, Patricia Reed up here in Missoula, Montana, has a solution to the headache that she's putting up
Well,
with.
you got to remember this won't be seen for weeks from now, so they'll probably already have it resolved by the time.
I'll email her
this
too.
show airs.
well, Patty, did you know that Liberty Counsel is representing her?
Yeah, I think that she's going to be just fine. Liberty Counsel is like the biggest organization in the whole USA, so I think
Very
she'll
successful.
be fine.
As long as they stick to the Constitution, I think
Oh
they'll
yeah,
do just
they
fine.
will. I know a little bit about
That's
that.
what they're
organization.
about.
The Constitution,
Huh?
That's what
ironically,
they're
was
about,
derived from
Liberty
the Ten
Counsel.
Commandments, so within the boundaries of the First and the Fifth Amendment, that's what you use every day of your life,
Poor little madam
Monday through
butterfly.
Friday. Weekends you might take a mental break, maybe.
That note finally let me work. Linda, you want to sing a
Yeah, work
song
it.
by yourself, just impromptu? Would you like to sing a song by yourself?
I have to clear my throat first.
Okay.
Like what?
You can just sit there and relax and just sing whatever you want.
Something about fall.
Whatever you want. I don't want to put you on the spot, but you're welcome to do it. This show's going to be kind of low key today because there's not a lot of topics to talk about because we already covered a whole lot of stuff, and also I'm curious how the mayor's show is going to go tonight because it's airing on TV. We're not talking about the computer. We're talking about regular television. That's going to make a world of difference.
Well, yeah.
You remember Jeannie when she was on this show? After she appeared on this show when it showed on TV instead of the computer, she said she was at the bus stop one day and this car just drove right up to her and this man said, "Hey, I saw you on that Asaph Cafe."
Yeah, that's cool.
And she was just a guest one time.
I'm still waiting to hear
people are
that
watching-
from people. You know, if you see me, say hi. I'm not like antisocial.
Well, you don't live in Missoula either, so that might have something to do with it too.
I'm in Missoula quite a bit. You know, I go to the West Side karaoke, and I get around.
Are you still doing that karaoke right now?
I'm
Are
thinking
you gonna
about
be
going
singing
tonight.
tonight?
I might be going tonight. Yeah.
Do you know what you're going to be singing tonight?
I'm gonna be singing songs from Michael Bolton and Eric Clapton.
Well, let's hear Linda sing something first. You want to do something impromptu, just all by yourself?
There's a saying old, says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'd like to seek a certain lad I've had in mind. Looking at, yeah.
I'm just trying. Just go ahead. keep
Well,
going.
I was sliding around the.
That's
the
okay.
key.
I don't
Okay.
know. I know the song.
Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair I cannot forget.
Keep going.
I blanked on the words.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if that's too high or not.
Yeah, that is.
Okay,
But I
no.
could sing it.
No,
in
no, 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 no.
more.
Well, no. Try this
My
key
voice
here.
just isn't as high as it used to be. Yeah, that's good. There's a somebody.
Oh, that might be a little high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because with my jaw, with my THA.
Okay, here. Let's try this key here.
Yeah, that'll work. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me.
Is that okay again? Okay.
I'm a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who watch over me.
So I'll just play plain chords in that way.
I know he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome. To my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me.
There you go. All right, we found the key for you. I hope that was a comfortable key. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but that sounded
you
great.
know, like I said, I used to be a coloratura soprano, and it's more difficult for me to sing in that range now, especially
Oh, don't worry about it.
if
Well,
I'm
that was
sitting
nice.
down.
Oh, I know.
And also, because of the jaw disorder, the
You
TMJ,
sounded fine for just
I
those
can't
little
drop my
registers
jaw
there.
enough.
All right, Patty, it's your turn.
Yeah.
My turn.
Belt out a tune here.
So
It doesn't have to be all the way
enjoy
through,
that.
just a few seconds or something.
Well, I was rumbling in my head just now something from Bryan Adams and Sting.
All right.
Let me think here. I got part of it.
Linda, you sounded very good, thank you. I just did it plain, just plain chords, no tricks, nothing. You sounded fine. Okay, Patty, your turn.
Look into your heart, you will find what you mean to me.
Now, who's that by?
Bryan Adams.
Okay.
Search your heart, search your soul, and you'll finally find you'll search no more. Don't tell me it's not worth fighting for. You can't tell me it's not worth trying for. You know it's true. Everything I do it for you. Ah, yeah. There is no love like your love, and no other undercover. There is no way unless your way all the time, all the way, yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
I don't know that, so I didn't do any chords. Linda, you did sound really wonderful. Thank you. I know I would put you on the spot. We're just having fun.
That
This is
was
like
the-
it's not going to go on Star Search or Idol or anything like that. We're just having fun.
That song was actually done after the movie of Robin Hood with Kevin Costner,
Oh, really?
which was a
Yeah.
Disney
It's an old
version.
song. Old song.
It
then,
was,
right?
It was played
remember it.
afterward. They
It
had
was
a
good.
video, and Sting joined in, and also Rod Stewart was in on that song.
Anyway,
it was good.
speaking of movies, I didn't finish my story about the Fred Flintstone movie. Elizabeth Taylor was in that film. She played Wilma Flintstone's mom. Pearl
Oh,
Flight.
that's right. But they didn't.
Remember
They
that?
had like silhouette scenes, not like a whole bunch of scenes. Just
Well, no, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
she was in there
Cameo.
off and on.
yeah, cameo.
Well, she was
Cameo
talking too.
scenes.
She had talking parts.
Yeah.
And Rosie O'Donnell was Betty Rubble, and Rick Moranis was Barney Rubble.
When
that
Elizabeth
was
Taylor was
interesting.
on the set
That
for
was good
General
casting.
Hospital.
Yeah, great cast. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to get an Academy Award, obviously, but
Right.
it was fun because I thought it was true to the Flintstones cartoon.
hmm
That was pretty cool.
There was the one scenes where the Cassadines, right? And so
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor was supposed to be the head of the House of Cassadine, and she couldn't say the word Cassadine. And the Australian actor who played Robert Scorpio, I seen the bloopers. They ended up laughing and getting frustrated because it took at least 20 takes to get her to do it. And finally, when she said, "Oh, I said it right," and they go, "Oh God, now we got to do it again."
Yeah, well.
She kept calling it Cassadine,
Yeah.
and she go, "Oops, I screwed up."
Well, those things happen. But Liz Taylor left the world some great movies. I know The Flintstones may not be her best film, but like, what is it? Velvet?
Mm-hmm.
Something
Black Velvet.
National Velvet.
National, yeah.
And some of the other movies that she did.
She was so pretty.
Yeah, she was.
You know, Richard Burton, she later married him, and
Well, I know, but
she did good as
I
Cleopatra.
always wonder if it's harder for a woman when they're blessed with looks when they're young, like Elizabeth Taylor. I always wondered because.
Well, you are treated differently.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You're treated more like an image, you know, a mannequin. A lot of times.
And I'm sure when she was in her heyday, she probably had to watch her weight at the time, you know, doing all those.
Well, not only
movies
that, but you're
stuff.
self-conscious of the type of men you hang out with and go out on dates because you're hoping, and you know, when you're not at work, you're hoping you get that little bit of privacy to go on a date, and then you know anybody, even if it's the waiter, goes, oh, you go, no, don't do that, and then the whole restaurant's going, oh, you know, and then once again, there goes your date, and they're gossiping about who you're going out with. You
Well,
know?
that's Hollywood for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the latest. I'm still working on the funding for that new Lawrence Welk show, so it's coming along. I sent a proposal to Dodge last week. But it's like a 4-page proposal.
Oh, okay.
And they sponsored the original Lawrence Welk show in 1955. So if they sponsor this new version,
And
we're
we
gonna
have
be a
Dodge
good company.
dealerships here in Missoula, Montana.
Well, no, I mean I had to go to the main headquarters.
Well,
main
yeah, but they
Dodge
still
headquarters.
they are on their chain over here, so
Yeah.
that
So,
helps them.
and I sent them an actual disc. I didn't use the computer version. I sent the DVD disc version with this 5-page letter proposal.
You know what would be kind of interesting?
And it had the links on the page too, so you never know.
If you went into a Dodge car dealership, you know, and acted like
Uh-huh.
first you were looking at their vehicles and get a salesman's attention, and then kind of mention that, you know, they might have somebody there that says, hey, you know,
Yeah.
because if they heard it at the main office
Mhm.
from somebody over here, that might help your promotion too.
Well, we'll see. You know, it's been 35 minutes have gone by so far already.
My, how time flies when you're having fun.
I know, you just gave me an idea.
You do know why
My own
the child threw the clock out the window, right?
I know you know this song.
I'm yours
Oh,
forever.
there's words to it.
My
I thought it was just down with the pen.
It is.
I don't know the. I don't
Frankly,
remember the
Aesop,
rest.
I don't give a damn.
I don't remember the rest of the words, but I know that back in the 1960s, I found this melody, and it had lyrics, "My Own True Love," and I sang it for bridal showers and things.
Oh, for real? So somebody added words to that
there
theme
were
song?
words, yeah.
Cool.
My Own True Love.
You
But
know,
I do remember that
It was
Carol
probably
Burnett,
published.
Clark
at the time.
Gable sure had the look, didn't he?
30s.
yes. And if he was here today, he'd go, frankly, Aesop, I don't give a damn.
Wow. That was the movie then, but...
But we
But,
still remember that curtains can be used wisely by
Oh,
Carol
on the Carol Burnett
Burnett.
show, yeah.
She
Did you
kept
see the
the
Carol
rod.
Burnett version of Gone
Oh,
with
it
the
was
Wind?
hilarious.
Yeah, she had these like curtain rods.
She had everybody
you know,
laughing
for real,
so
with
hard.
curtains hanging on to get that V shape.
Oh, Rhett, can you ever forgive me for carrying on with a curtain?
You know,
Please.
I saw a documentary with Carol Burnett, and she, if I remember
It was her
correctly,
idea.
Yeah, it just came to her at the spur of the moment when they were preparing that scene, and she went and got those curtain rods and hooked them on, and they fastened it on her and stuff. She comes walking out like that. That was so
Tim
funny.
and the other guy, I always forget the other guy. That
Harvey
was
Korman?
Harvey Korman.
Speaking of Harvey Korman, he's in the Flintstones movie too. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he plays the voice of the Dick the Bird. The bird
Oh, okay.
that was in Fred Flintstone's
Harvey
office.
Korman, though, when he seen Carol Burnett attempting to walk down the steps and almost fall, he was laughing so hard they had to calm him down because he's like, I can't do the scene. Carol.
Yeah, I think they had a lot of fun doing that show in real life, and I want to be able to have fun on my new Lawrence Welk show just like that.
And it was really magnanimous of Carol Burnett to help Vicki Lawrence out as she did.
Yeah, I saw the documentary with Vicki Lawrence.
When I had my picture taken with Carol Burnett, one of the guys up in the tech booth was saying, "You've got to get acquainted with her, and maybe she'll help you out like she helped Vicki Lawrence."
Yeah, she did help Vicki Lawrence out, and
Is she
you know,
the one
Vicki
that helped
Lawrence,
Vicki in the singing
Mama's
choir?
Family. You remember the show Mama's
Yeah,
Family? That was
yeah.
Vicki Lawrence.
Mhm.
But Vicki even admitted she was a little tense and nervous because it was new to her when she first got the opportunity to work with Carol Burnett. And Carol Burnett said over time she started getting used to it.
So
and she started getting really funny then.
So did,
Oh, yeah,
so
she
did Carol
was
Burnett
funny.
help Vicki Lawrence when she sang the song Nights Went Out in Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Well, you know who wanted to help Carol Burnett was Lucille Ball. But Carol Burnett decided she didn't want to have a sitcom. She wanted to do variety comedy instead of a sitcom,
Spontaneous.
like Lucy had it originally intended for her. Because Lucille Ball used to be on the set
Well, every time
watching Carol Burnett. You know,
see,
like
Carol
when Carol
Burnett
was on
could
the
do
Lucy
different
show.
different things that she couldn't get away with on a sitcom. Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah,
why.
and well, that was just the way it was. You know, Lucille Ball was the queen of the sitcom at that time, so
She likes to
wanted
be
give
funny, you know.
she wanted to give Carol Burnett a sitcom of her own, and Carol felt that the variety was the direction for her to go, and I think it worked.
There's probably
you know.
competition too, because they both want to be really funny ladies.
Well,
So
they're just
there's
Yeah,
some
but
competition.
But variety
a
shows are.
sitcom is restricting.
Yeah, it's very
because
restricting.
you play the same role.
The
all
same
the
role, the
time.
same character, and you gotta
Whereas
follow the script,
way
whereas-
Carol did it,
Right.
she could come off with any strange character she wanted to.
And not only that,
Yeah, not the
you know,
same
they
one
did
all
2
the time.
tapings of the
And
Carol
it made her
Burnett show, you know.
multi-personality.
Well, they did 2 tapings, as you know.
As opposed to
that's
split
history.
personality.
And on the second show, Tim Conway was so skilled to be able to do improv around the script that they had.
He's my
that's why
favorite.
it
He
would
was
break
funnier
Harvey
than Harvey.
Korman up.
And
all
I had
the
my
time.
picture taken with Tim Conway
Yeah,
too.
she did. I saw the
Oh, you're
pictures
so
just this
spoiled.
morning. No, really, she showed me a photograph album of all the people.
You're
What you
just
talking about?
spoiled.
How did you get into that, doing that photography work?
Actually,
out there?
they have businesses in Las Vegas is where it was,
Uh-huh.
but these camera concessions are in major cities and tourist spots. And what it is they have film developing, you know, rapid development.
Yeah.
I'm not going to discuss the process,
Oh, that's okay.
but you know, within like an hour, and then
All the celebrities go to Las Vegas.
and then they hire attractive young ladies
Yeah.
to go with high quality cameras,
Mhm.
you know, kind of foolproof cameras really. We used Mamayas and Nikons and things like that, and shoot the pictures, you know, pre-sell them, but without taking money up front. And then the whole thing was you shoot the film to the lab. Sometimes they had pickups, either in the showroom or in a gourmet restaurant. And sometimes a runner would come pick up the film and run it up to the lab while you were still down there getting shots.
Was it on a bicycle? Because in Denver they did a lot too, and everybody was on a bicycle.
This was in showrooms and gourmet restaurants. And you would shoot the picture, and then it was up to you to package a package after the lab got through with it and sell it. And what they did was, it was a spec type of thing, speculation type of thing,
Yeah.
where they made a whole big package of vignettes and groups and wallets and 8x10s and things.
And it's a good way to meet people.
And you know, they wanted to sell, you know, not just I think it was $8 at the time I started for an 8x10. And they didn't want just that. It was like $64 package, you know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
expect people to want to buy those.
Yeah.
Well, there were quite a few times that I did drop a package, as they
Did you
they
get them
said.
their delivery on the same day, or did you have to do it following
It
day?
was an hour later. We brought them back an hour later.
Is that how you got those pictures of the people you were with?
What happened is I would just go to their dressing room with another camera girl and ask if I could have my picture taken because I admired them, picture with them, and because I was there, I was on the floor of their dressing room.
Okay.
And I obviously worked there. They were very good sported about it.
Yeah.
You know, Joan Rivers was probably the nicest one.
Who, of all those people you took pictures with, who was your favorite that you took a picture with?
Bob Newhart.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Yeah,
He's
Bob.
kind of like Jack Nicholson in a sense, you know.
Oh no, I would
When
go that
when it
far.
comes to a sense of humor, you'd be surprised. Jack's got a sense of humor. He is a little deviant at times, a little
just
crazy.
his acting. He's probably a nice
but-
person in real life.
But
getting back to
he's
Bob
well
Newhart, though,
loved.
you know, he's had a lot of television shows in his career. Do you remember the original Bob Newhart show with Suzanne Plachette when he plays the psychologist?
Oh yeah, I remember.
That was a funny show. And then he did
He had a
the
spin-off.
Newhart. He did Newhart.
I remember when he used to
when he
be
played
on
in the
shows
Inn
in the
in Vermont.
1950s.
Huh?
I remember when he was on shows in the, well, at least
Well,
by
yeah, he used to
1960s.
appear on the Dean Martin show doing those comic
No, way
skits.
before that.
Oh, yeah.
Gary Moore show.
Yeah, and he also did his stand-up comedy and those other things. But I mean, his television shows
When he
are
had
pretty
that
impressive.
spin-off, his favorite characters on there were actually the guy who says, "This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother
Yeah,
Daryl."
that was the Newhart show.
He
That
thought
was
that, you know,
Newhart.
it was so simple, and they played such bumbling, out-of-place characters that's what got him motivated to
Well,
show
you
up.
know, according to I saw a documentary on Bob Newhart. They weren't intending on having those brothers on there,
Yeah, it was
but
just
their
a,
first appearance was such a hit with the audience that they were written into that as regulars right on the spot.
yeah,
and
because
I
they're
think
out
that
of
was
place.
brilliant.
You know, you've got all these people that are upper middle class, and then you've got these three redneck men coming in.
Yeah,
going,
and it worked.
we have nothing to
It
say. We're just here. And the two brothers never talked.
Yeah, and it worked. I mean, that was just
And that
brilliant
tiny
writing.
little blonde girl, you know. the
Oh
high
yeah, Miss
society.
Sassafras.
Yeah, her character worked. What was her name? Juliet Duffy, I think was her name.
Yeah,
in real life.
yeah,
Yeah, it worked.
yeah.
And,
Peter Scolari
But
was
anyway, when
the
I
guy.
when I had my picture taken with him in 1976, I said, I'm not going to tell you how long you've been my favorite. Because he had been in show business so long.
Did you get a lunch out of it?
No,
Aw.
I wasn't in for anything social. I got a lunch on Sunday. Two of the Celtic Dragon bagpipers sat with me at lunch.
Uh-huh.
They picked me to sit with.
You gotta show your best side.
And they were in their kilts
The
and
theme.
everything.
Uh-huh. I think it goes some way.
So were you wearing plaid to match?
I was wearing this.
There you go. So this is a famous shirt, people.
It's something like this, that thing. I'll do one more time. Something like
Tell
that.
Peewee's had a good lunch. She's just she's thinking about her nap. She's going, but do I have to?
Yeah, that's the thing. My version, a cheap version of how's our mascot doing? How's she
Oh, big ears, big eyes,
Our
and a
own
big
version
tummy.
of what?
She's
the Bob
just,
Newhart show. You didn't
Oh,
she's just
yeah.
kicking back.
I'll do one more time.
She's kicking back. She knows we're talking about her. Her tummy's so full she can't even get up. Oh my goodness. Big tummy. Oh my goodness,
Something
you
like
built
that.
up. It's nice and
Do you
warm.
remember the monkeys?
Nice and warm.
Yeah, let's see.
Davy was my
What's that?
favorite.
I had my picture taken with him.
Did you? Oh, now I'm totally jealous. I've been waiting forever to do that. Actually, I want to go on a date with Davy Jones. Yeah. Him and Mickey stole the show.
Something like that.
Hey, hey, we're the monkeys.
Something like that. Well, you know, that was a parody of the Beatles originally, the concept, the premise of that show. And I was reading about that group, and the critics blasted that show. They didn't think that that show was going to really do anything. But, you know, critics are stupid anyway, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, they didn't realize how good that group could sing, especially Davy Jones. And it worked.
And
Oh, yeah.
Michael
Cheer up, Sleepy
Nesbitt was
Jean.
so
Yeah, it worked.
funny. Michael Nesbitt was so funny.
I think they all were, you know.
Comes across as just being a low-key guy, you know.
He's like the leader.
Like the straight man.
And then Davey
yeah.
was the romancer.
So smart.
Well, you know, I have the original pilot to the Monkees in my collection at home. You know, their first episode. Yeah.
I know when they did Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, you know, that's what really set him off and went really far.
Well, all the songs that they did were hits, actually, if you think about it. And
Last train to Clarksville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can remember that.
Daydream Dreamer. Or Daydream Dreamer.
No, that's the wrong song.
Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you in the station.
And something like this. And, hold on. Something like that, you know, there's that part there.
You see, you missed the era when Hullabaloo was on. Did you ever see the reruns of Hullabaloo?
No.
I've heard of Hullabaloo. Is that like Puff and Stuff almost?
Well, no. It was a variety show produced in the United States, and it was, you know, there were people like, you know, all the hottest new groups and people like Sonny and Cher. You know, that was their first big venue.
Yeah, Sonny and Cher.
I got you, babe.
I wonder if Cher ever
I
got her
got
lips
you,
wet
babe.
enough, because she licked someone up. I always thought she might have, you know, she needed like lots of chapstick, because she never could keep her lips wet enough. She's always licking her lips.
You know,
She's still going strong after all these years. Isn't it amazing?
and
She went
Some
out with
people
Tom
just-
Cruise, and I didn't even know that.
Well, that's just Hollywood stuff, but
what?
She went out with Tom Cruise for a
that's just
short
Hollywood
time.
stuff. But no, it's amazing. Some people are,
That's
you know,
a
they
mystery.
preserve.
No comment.
And Cher, no, I mean as far as her singing, her voice. It's just amazing that she's been singing as long as she's been singing. It's amazing. It doesn't sound like her
She
voice has
takes
changed.
really good care of herself and her
She probably does as far as her voice. Some people, I don't want to name names on TV, but some people, they're young and they're screaming notes and they get like 50
Well,
or 60 and it's gone, you know?
I never understood the term diva. To me, it's just a woman that stands out in the art of singing and really makes everybody so.
Well, that diva
Well, the
term
point is
comes from the
diva-
classical. It comes
Diva
from the classical
comes from
opera
the
world.
opera world, where
Opera world.
there were only a few people who had those rare coloratura of voices.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it was a coloratura. They were just treated like gold. They were, and that's why they called them divas.
Yeah.
Is because
There's so many.
everybody met their demands.
But over
In the
over
70s,
time,
so
the
many,
term
so
changed.
many good female singers. It's like if you were a really good female singer in the 70s, you were automatically a diva. And if you dressed outrageous, because I mean, Cher came out with some really cool costumes, and sometimes they were outrageous. They were, like the holes in the satin pants and such. And then you've got Aretha Franklin, and she had her own way of doing it, and Diana Ross, she had her own way of doing it. They had their own style, but they just wanted the audience to appreciate buying that concert ticket, and you know, and they made you really glad you showed up for the show.
I tried this song. See if any of you know
worth the
this.
value.
Know this one. You don't recognize it?
I've heard it, but
I'll
it's
do it
been
again.
so long.
I'll give her a hint. Robert Young is the actor.
Father Knows Best,
No, I'll do it again.
Doctor something.
Dr. Welby?
That's it.
Marcus Welby?
Uh-huh.
Okay. My dad used to watch it all the time.
It's something like this. With a very young James Brolin.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember that now?
Barbara Streisand married him.
Well, this is way before they got married, obviously.
And their son is
I mean,
awesome. He's so good looking and
Yeah, I know.
sings really good. He's such a good song to his mom. I mean, my sons could take lessons from her son.
You know, speaking of good-looking actors, I was just talking to my next-door neighbor. Her name is Cheryl Cooper.
Uh-huh.
And we were talking about Ricardo Montalban last night.
Oh, Mr. Fantasy Island Rathacon.
No, we're talking about way before he became Mr. Rourke on Fantasy Island.
Well,
We-
he
we
played,
looked up-
actually, he played a lot of Indians on Gunsmoke.
Yeah. And we were talking about the Wrath of Khan Star Trek.
Oh, yeah.
And he just had that physique. He had a physique that I'll never have.
He played a very interesting alien, that's for sure.
Yeah, he did a lot of. He was just such a man. I mean, that physical look that he had.
Oh, yeah.
Ricardo
Well, he looked good in
Montalban.
a suit. We found that out,
Oh,
man.
well,
We all wanted to
duh.
go to Fantasy Island and have a fantasy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, ladies, it's almost time. We got about less than 5 minutes to go. But yeah, maybe in my next life I'll be Ricardo Montalban. No, I don't think so.
Maybe he'll come back as an eagle and just
Nah.
fly around.
But
It's so
anyway,
nice we
he
have
was
this time.
such a good-looking man as far as, you know, just that physical look.
Mm-hmm.
And we ought to save that topic and talk about guys with their T-shirts off on the next show on
Well,
TV,
ET,
like William
Entertainment Tonight
Shatner when
was
he
talking about that.
took his T-shirt off on that scene in Star Trek. Captain, we're in trouble. Yeah, Kirk here. And he could, well, I don't have biceps, but I mean, so many guys on TV just have that look. Yul Brynner, William Shatner, Ricardo Montalban.
He didn't do as good as on T.J. Hooker. I wasn't really.
Well, he was physically ill. I mean, you got to remember, you got to get them when they're in their prime, you know, when they're all chiseled
Yeah,
just right,
well.
because they don't last long, you know.
Yeah,
somehow
30s, 30s
Asaph got left out in that department.
That's the 30s, rock and roll.
Oh well, you know, I actually entered a. This is a true story. I entered a contest once. You know, like not the Chippendales, but you know how they have the guys flexing their muscle. And I went up there on a dare, and I got the biggest applaud just for guts. Seriously, I didn't win, but the ladies literally clapped at me and
That's
said, "Hey,
cool.
we're just clapping for you because you're the skinny guy who had enough courage to go up there against
Yeah.
these beefcakes." It was like Kermit, you know, up against, you know, Chippendales or something.
And when it
That
comes
is a true
right
story.
down
I
to
did
it,
that, you know.
Well, I saw Willie Nelson and John Cougar last night on one of the talk shows, right, Jimmy Fallon.
Uh-huh.
It was comical to me because I'm used to when they were younger.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, they have slowed their pace down on music and everything.
Well, I know. Okay, we'll
but
let you-
anyway, when
we'll
it
let
comes
you,
down to it, sexual attractiveness is not necessarily eternally linked to the physical shape.
No, I know, but I mean, from my point of view, growing up, when all of my friends were twice my size and I got left out.
Well,
you
some
could
some
dream, you
people
know.
they become better looking as they get older too. I mean, look
That's
at Chuck
true.
Norris.
I know.
Just think you could play Jughead.
But if I did. I
Could
played
do
the skinny
Jughead.
guys. And on that note, I'll let you sing us out. We'll do that Carol Burnett.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh and have some fun.
I don't know what's before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long.
So
And on that note,
happy
Patty
trails.
Reed here on my left, and our
This is
mascot
all fun.
Pee-wee, Linda Brooks Curtis.
Hostess
Thank you for
with
joining
the
us. This was a
hostess.
rather simple show. We didn't really talk about anything.
Impromptu.
I just wanted a simple show for a change. So, ladies and gentlemen,
And
thank you for
beware of
watching.
the plumber.
And until
Have
our
a
next
good
show,
week.
Maranatha.
Sayonara. Happy birthday, Olivia Brewer, over in Florida.
Happy trails to you.
May the guy of your dreams spank you properly.